story of elegance in motion, confidence, grace, and a true definition of style. Brands that are bold, timeless, and unforgettable. With the simple designs, they bring to life statements of class and beauty. When you walk, confidence follows. When you stand, elegance speaks. When you model, fashion becomes an art. It is not just a style, it is identity and excellence. This is Chanel, elegance defined for over 100 years, and its logo being the most recognized symbol. And today I'm going to show you exactly how the logo is built, and why something this simple takes real skill to get it right.
First and foremost, we're going to set our artboard to 500 by 500 pixels, and we are going to use the CMYK mode color. Next, usually is our norm. The first thing that you have to do is to ensure that our smart guides are turned on. Remember that our smart guides will ensure that everything that we are creating is in symmetry. The next thing for our channel logo creation is to create the C, the two overlapping C's, but for here we are going to first create the first C, and then we'll copy paste the other C, which will be pasting on the opposite side. So what you're going to do is to use our shape tool, and for here we are going to use the ellipse. So for us to have a perfect circle, the trick is to use the shift key while dragging to create a circle. So press your shift key and drag, create a perfect circle. I'm going to give this a black fill. Next, we're going to duplicate our circle, but we're going to use a shortcut so that instead of duplicating it, we'll just copy paste the circle that we have. And to ensure that the circle that you're copy pasting is in symmetry the one that we're having, I want us to deselect this first and then hold your Alt and Shift key together while ensuring that your ellipse tool is turned on. So hold your Alt and Shift key, and while you've ensured your cursor is at the center, I want us to drag from the center outwards. And as you can see, we're having the second circle almost exactly as the first circle. Afterwards, I want us to have the two circles combined, but having the second circle not having any fill. For here, we are going to use a Boolean operation. So what you're going to do is to select both circles and then use the minus font Boolean operation. The inner circle does not have any fill after selecting the minus font. With that done, I want us to just do a bit of adjustments to our shape here. So what you're going to do is to double click the shape, and then when this compound path has been portrayed here, it means that now you are adjusting the circle. That means you can either adjust the inside circle or the outside circle. So I want us to offset the path of our shape here to around 3 pixels. 3 pixels is enough, and I think that's okay for us. So next is to now create a C. As you can see, this circle that we have here is a complete circle and not a C, and this usually has a cutout from this side. So I want us to create a custom shape using our pen tool. So what you have to do is to select pen tool or use the shortcut P, and with our pen tool selected, I want us to put an anchor point there and then drop it to somewhere around here, move a bit down, then move the anchor point to somewhere around there, and then connect it with the top. So with that done, I want us to now remove this part so that you can have a perfect C. So we're going to select both shapes and then use our shape builder tool. The shape builder tool is this one here. So we are going to use it to remove these 3 parts, and to do that, you first select your Alt key, ensure that the negative sign has appeared, and then select that part, and that part. The second step is to reflect this so that you have an overlapping C that's facing on the other side, and to do that you select the C, and next is to go over to the object tab and select transform and select reflect. So with reflect, you ensure that the axis that have been selected is vertical, and you have your preview tab selected, and you do not go head on and press OK first. You first press copy so that you can copy the second shape, which is the second C, and then with the second C selected, I want us to make an overlap of the 2 circles. So I want us to hold the shift key while clicking your C. So with your C click and holding the shift key, I want us to move the C towards the left and ensure that both shapes have intersected, something like that. So next you're going to unite the 2 shapes. So we'll select the 2 shapes and head to the Pathfinder tab and click unite. We are going to zoom out these 2 shapes and go on to type our wordmark, and we're going to use a font called Remain Grotesque, and we are going to use the bold type. So let's type the logo's name, which is channel. Make sure that it's in caps lock. Just zoom it, and next you're going to align both the shape and the text at the center. I think that's okay. So I just want us to increase the size of this logo name, and reduce the size of the graphic logo, and I think we're good to go. Yeah, there we have it, channel logo, both with its graphic logo and the word mark. So it's not quite hard to create the channel logo. It just needs a bit of detail and concentration so that you can ensure that the details are fit. And so with that, we close our chapter to create the channel logo, guys, and I hope it's been some good time creating this logo. You will want to do a bits of practices so that you can get it right. With that, I'll call it a close, and I hope that you guys have learned something today. So let's meet next week for our next video, and we'll be working on another fashion brand, Louis Vuitton. And subscribe, guys, and follow and like my channel. This is a goodbye, and see you next time.